Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to do a life lesson video. I've done these in the past, and I think it's time to do a new one. These videos are aimed mostly towards youth, teenagers, maybe guys in their early 20s, but it's for anyone. You're never too late to learn about something and to be open to advice. And I've found that out the last couple of years. During my teenage years, I was very stubborn, and I really did think I knew everything, but apparently I don't. There's always room to learn. I don't care if you're 80. There's something that someone knows out there that can benefit you, and you don't know about it. So hopefully you watch this video with an open mind and consider any kind of advice or suggestions I may make. And today's topic on this life lesson is going to be about stuff, things we like, physical goods. And in my case, all my hobbies, the knives, Zippos, guns, gear, anything that's fun, playful, useful. All these things are things that I like. They're not things that I need. And I want to focus on this. What kind of brought up this thought or discussion is all the feedback I got when I sold my battle song collection. I did keep a couple of them, but I sold the majority of the battle songs I had. Now I've been collecting those for many years, and I love them. I don't want to get rid of them, but I did. It's not because I had to. It's because it was time. Um, they're just things. And it's hard to grasp this concept, especially when you're younger, because you haven't had the opportunity to have a lot of things yet. I mean, of course, when you're little, you get toys and stuff like that, and you become a teenager and you get into different hobbies, and you get all kinds of stuff throughout your life. But um, I think it's not until you get kind of older and you've had the fortune of having a lot of different things where you really understand that they're just things. And you've had the experience at that point where you know that things come and they go. I've had many things I really loved and many things I had to get rid of because I didn't want to, because there were bills that had to get paid, or whatever the circumstance may be. As human beings, we're always going to want to entertain ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting stuff and really nice things in life. Now, I'm talking specifically to our hobbies, but this can be anything. This could be wanting a really nice car, a cool classic car, sports car. This could be wanting a really nice house, wanting nice clothes, wanting to go out to eat at a really nice restaurant. These are all things. These are nothing we really need in way of like cars and money and stuff like that. We may have a need for it, but we don't need a really high-end car. We may need a car for work or to get back and forth somewhere, but it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive one or a very high quality one. A lot of things in our life we get caught up with, and we feel like we need certain things, but we really don't. All we really need in our life is love. And that's the truth. Love from your family, from your friends, people who care about you. That's what keeps the world turning. All the stuff that we have, the cool knives we have, the cool cars, eating really expensive food, having these experiences, going on vacation. These are all fun things that we do to entertain ourselves. They're ways to make ourselves feel cool, feel wanted. Um, but above all, it's entertainment. It's what keeps us busy in between taking a dump and going to sleep. It's what occupies our time when we're not working or going to school. And we do these things to stay busy. Think about if there was no stuff, how boring life would be. If you had everything, if you had all the necessities in your life, if someone gave you all the food you needed and the shelter you needed, and you didn't have to work, you didn't have to go do anything, but at the same time, you didn't have TV to entertain yourself, you didn't have things to play with, stuff to look at, life would be incredibly boring, and we'd all go insane. So hobbies are a fantastic thing. It's a great way to kill time. It's a great way to learn about things, to gain knowledge in your life. Talking with other people. That's the big part of having hobbies, is sharing your hobbies with others. And learning. Life is all about learning constantly. From the day we're born to the day we die, we're constantly learning about ourselves and the world around us. But the point here is that things, cool knives, guns, they're just stuff. And we don't need stuff. And a lot of times we get so focused on stuff, we lose track of what's really important. As I started to get older, I went from wanting certain things really bad. I mean, and I still do. We're people. If you see a really cool car drive down the street, you may think, man, I really want that car. The difference is some people may see that car and think, I really want that car. And then literally, like a case of ADD or something, you forget about it. Oh, it's a bird. You're not focused on it. Whereas someone else may see that same car go by and go, I want that car. And they go out and they get 2 jobs and they work for a year and they save up the money and they buy that car. So there's a variety of different, amounts of how much you want things and actually going out and getting them. Some people are very fortunate to either, work really hard and earn a lot of money, have the opportunity to earn a lot of money, or some people are born into money. So it's not something that's a worry to them. Some people out there are very wealthy, and if they want something, they can get it. But those very same people sometimes lack the most important things in life. You can't buy love. You can't buy friendship. You can't buy, the fact that someone's going to be there for you when you really need them. These are the important things in life. These are the things that I try to focus on now. Um, I was personally very fortunate to have so many different hobbies and have so many interests and go out and work hard to get all these different things that I've had. And what that's really given me is the experience to understand that all these things are going to come and they're going to go. And it's going to be like that till the end of time. I'm going to get really cool knives and I'm going to get rid of really cool knives, either because I have to or maybe I want to, whatever the case may be. But you can't keep everything forever. And as cool as something is, the second you get it, what happens? You want something else that's cool. In the case of knives, you may want that grail knife. We all have that knife. Oh my God, I can't wait to get that one knife. Well, what if you did get that one knife? You're going to be happy? Sure you are. For a day, for 6 months, for 5 years. Eventually you'll want something else. It doesn't end. The person out there with, 15 collector's cars, what are they doing? They're buying new collector's cars. It's the journey. It's not really the end result. There's things that we want, things that we imagine that if we did have all this money, we would get. But truthfully, if we got those things, we would just want more things. It never ever ends. Some people can be more content. There may be that, in the case of knives, that special knife you really, really want. And you may get that one knife and you may just enjoy only that knife for many, many years. But most of us, and this goes with anything, not just knives or cars, anything in life, a nice house, great pair of sneakers, brand new cell phone, electronics, that brand new TV that came out, whatever it is, there's always going to be something bigger and better around the corner. And the journey to getting new stuff never ever ends. So I'm here to tell you in my personal life, in my personal experience, that I've gotten past that. And then when I say that, I will always want, here's the caveat, I will always want cool stuff. We all will. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't focus on it like I used to. I don't get as excited when I get something that's awesome. I love it. Oh my God, this is a fantastic knife. But it's different. I get really excited when I have experiences in life, when I meet people who I really like, when I fall in love, when I have an experience that I never had before, something that I can have for the rest of my life. Experiences and love and friendships last forever, or at least they can. Knives, guns, gear, cars, shoes, they come and they go. You get them, you wear them down, or you want something bigger and better. But when you have these experiences with people, they last, and they mean the most above all. And if you think about it, most of the time when you get excited because you got something cool, it's because you can't wait to show people. You can't wait to show your friends. You can't wait to show your family. You can't wait to show other strangers who share those same passions that you do for those hobbies. When it comes down to it, all that really matters in life are people. The people who you love and the people who love you. So you have to focus on that. There's nothing wrong with getting involved with hobbies. It's fantastic. It's a really, really cool thing to do. And like I said, it's a continual education, But at the end of the day, spend more time with the people who love you. That's what really matters. And spend just a little bit less time with the stuff that you want. So, something to think about. That's how my life has personally changed. And probably this started about 5 years ago. 5 years ago or so, I started to care just a little bit less about all the cool stuff in the world and a little bit more about the people who I want to spend my life with. And every single day that passes, I feel more and more strongly towards that goal and that feeling. And I will always like cool things, but it's the people that matter because that's all we have. And when we all die, because one day we all will die, you can't take anything with you, but you will have your memories. When you're sitting in a nursing home when you're 75 or 90 or whatever the case may be, or if you're sitting in a hospital on your deathbed, you're not going to be sitting there with your awesome new knife, You're going to be sitting there with all of your thoughts and your memories. And hopefully they're good ones. So that should be your goal, is to create good memories in life and enjoy them. So that's all. Just want to share my personal experience with all of you. So any feedback, any personal experience or stories, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Feel free to send messages or make a video response. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Take care.